Guys? It's Vincent, your host. Welcome back to Bros and Brews. We got Mason and Brian with us. So what you guys been up to? It's been a little bit. Mason?
Honestly, nothing too new for me personally. Just trying to study every day for the LSAT. Still working at my parents' office. That's about it. Nothing too new for me, honestly.
That's good.
But I
Consistent
am,
pace there.
yeah, I'm trying to be consistent about it. But I am actually going on a trip, to Montana like 2 weeks from now, I think. So pretty
Mhm.
soon. So it's gonna be like a week-long trip. Just be out there in the cabin, hanging out, drinking a little bit, do some hiking, that kind of thing. So
Got
pretty
it all
excited.
planned out.
Nope. We're basically just gonna show up and see like, what seems cool today.
Just got a little everything in your luggage and just hope for the best.
I mean, pretty much. Like we'll probably end up, talking about the grocery store and doing some cooking at the cabin.
Mhm.
Some drinking games and whatnot. Maybe fishing would be cool, but I don't know if it's like in season for that yet. Probably not. But we'll see.
Always
We'll see
season
what's
for that.
available.
Just
It's
kind of
always in
winging it.
season.
You're in Montana, go hunting, bro.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
You don't need to go grocery shopping anymore. Just go for a deer.
I'm gonna get hunted by the local hunters, dude. That's what's gonna happen.
As an Asian, we don't
That's
see that
crazy.
around here. What about you, Brian?
I don't know. There's a good population of Midwestern Asians that are out there. It's crazy. Like it really doesn't feel like that long, but I guess looking at the calendar, it has been a while since we last had our little podcast session. And I do remember Mason mentioning he's going out to Montana. Fun.
Mhm.
Um, but damn, time really flew by. I guess because work and being busy and stuff. But it's crazy, kind of just trying to look at how much time actually passed. And you're like, damn, what did happen? Not much. Just work. The same shit that's been happening. I'm going actually on a little weekend trip this weekend. I'm going up to Santa Cruz.
Mhm.
Little getaway, Half Moon Bay for those people who are familiar with the Monterey region up near San Fran. Really cool spot. Lots of good aquatic stuff to do. So that'll be really fun. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
It's getting warmer in Cali right now.
Yeah, I would say so. Solid high 60s,
Oh, okay.
consistently. Pretty sunny usually now. So while the sun's out, it's great. Like shorts, t-shirt, enjoy the weather outside. But when the sun's down, then yeah, then it's like, not as nice. But I could typically manage with just a hoodie, maybe pants, but nothing too. I don't think I've ever had to bust out a thick jacket yet. So
I
Hmm.
mean, it's April. It's getting there, right?
yes, sir.
Getting ready for summer and spring.
Bro,
Pollen,
yeah, I was gonna say you're skipping over an entire season, my guy.
bro. I skip
Which,
over
speaking of,
spring
yeah,
just because it's pollen. I just want to skip it. That's why.
ah, but that's how you know it's spring when your ass is sneezing every day, and when you wake up, your eyes are all puffy, like, oh God, I can't breathe. No, that's me. I like the past 2 days, I'm like, oh, it's definitely spring. I
I
like, um, the moment I step outside and I breathe, like, I start sneezing for the next 10 minutes.
like.
Oh god, that's awful.
Yeah.
I feel like I should call off every time it happens. To be honest, like I would be sitting at my desk on Saturday. Like I was like, why is my nose just running? Like, and then it just doesn't stop, and then I'm just like, spring. Should I call off? Should I start
That's
calling
weak.
off?
That's weak. That's weak. Any girl watching this gonna be like, that's weak. Imagine having a period.
Hey, but that's good. Good.
What about you,
Same here
Vincent?
though. Same here. Kind of grinding it out, but like Brian said, like it's only been 2 weeks, but it feels like it just flew by so fast. Just consistent being busy and having a routine going and work, getting this going. So it's
Okay.
you know But beside that, planning for the cruise a little bit with my girl. So trying to did look at some excursion. Trying to do some zip lining.
Ooh.
Okay.
But apparently it's like a zip lining kind of cliff diving kind of thing. So I'm not sure how it works, but that's what I want to do. We'll see if she's down. I think like you zip line a little bit
So
and
are
then
you
you
like?
just drop in.
Oh,
I think that's what it
yeah.
is. That sounds pretty fun.
That sounds pretty exhilarating for sure.
So,
Hmm.
um,
So you're just hanging
yeah,
on from like the handlebars
yeah, that's what
or
I was
something like that.
assuming.
You're like
Yeah,
flying into the water or something. Okay, that's cool. That's
yeah,
cool.
that's what I was thinking. I think that's a pretty good balance between going crazy like swimming with the sharks and
Yo, who's
chilling at
swimming
the
with the
beach.
sharks on a cruise? What the?
They have like you have these ports and stuff, and you got different activities you can do, right? And one of the option was swimming with the sharks, and I was like,
Literally sharks, not
yeah,
like
literally
diving
sharks.
shallow waters in the coral reefs or with dolphins, but sharks.
I think they take you on a boat out there, and there's like literally sharks, and you have. I think you go in those cages and you see like those sharks and stuff too, which
God,
is
that sounds fucking terrible.
Yo, why not try
it's
scuba
just.
diving with sharks? That sounds cool.
I heard I was doing some review, looking at some reviews, and people were saying that they were snorkeling and stuff like that, and they were seeing sharks and stuff around. I was like, is that normal?
I would
Is
say
that
that's
something I
normal.
should look forward to?
Okay, what would you be more scared of? Seeing an orca whale or seeing a shark?
I think orca whales are looking more dangerous, right?
Yo, I would be so much more terrified if I saw an orca whale.
Mm.
Even if there's no reports of like, orca whales in the wild attacking humans, like, but between a shark and an orca whale, I'll take my chances with the shark.
Yeah.
Hands down.
There's no
Absolutely. There's
reports
no
because
chance.
all the witnesses were eaten.
Yo, facts, bro. Well, I'm just like, yeah, between the two, they always talk about, oh, here's what to do if a shark tries to approach you, and you like kind of redirect their nose, right? The fuck you gonna do when an orca whale comes at you? You dead, bro. You dead.
Naked.
Cause they don't come in like just singles, man. They come in pairs, at least pairs. Like if you're getting hunted by an orca whale, good night.
Okay, well, I have a follow-up question to that. What's just scarier? Um, Swimming or like diving with orca whales or caving?
Caving.
Oh,
Caving.
yeah. You see, between the two, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I feel like. Yeah, caving, but it depends on like what level of difficulty you're getting into caving, right? So if you're talking about like
Mm.
when you're literally like you maybe have like an inch on all sides of you, then yeah, that's fucking terrifying. But there's like the normal caving where it's like, like there's a little bit more room around you to like move around in, and like okay, I'll do that any day over a fucking someone with the orca whales. Like just one wrong move and they're turning on you, man.
Mm.
Oh, they're like, yeah. But if you're talking about like the extreme cave, then yeah, I'll take my chance with the orca whale, I guess.
Mm. What about you,
Nah,
Vincent?
I think caving. I saw that one dude trying to crawl. Like he's like a pretty professional, expert kind of guy, right? But he got in like that little ditch and he couldn't back out, and just that's it. And called out. He's like, "Oh yeah, don't come in," and that's terrifying. I don't
It's
know if you saw that
horrifying,
one.
bro.
I don't know if you
I
saw
watched a
that.
couple videos on
Did you fall
caving
into that
incidents.
TikTok hole of caving?
Yeah,
Because I did too.
I did.
I remember seeing those, and they give you the whole animations and shit like that, and they show you like, oh, this is where they get stuck, head first, and can't
Yeah,
get out,
yeah,
or
yeah,
this is where they
exactly.
went the wrong way when they should have gone that way.
Yeah, I think I saw he was trying to get in deeper and deeper, trying to find that hole and he can reroute himself. But apparently, it was a dead end, so he just couldn't back out and
Yeah.
GG.
Nah, the worst. there was one I saw where they took the wrong route, right?
Hmm.
And they didn't realize it, but then like they at some point they were like, "Oh shit, like this isn't right. We got to turn around." But when they decided that, they were only like 100 feet away from the next exit. If they kept going with
Wow.
it, they would have met the exit. But they were like, "We have to turn around because we don't know how far this goes," right?
Hmm.
So they took the risk because they knew like based on like the amount of air they had like in their reservoirs, they were like, we could make it if we could like possibly make it. Like it's a chance that they could make it if they turn around now versus the unknown in front of them. And so they turn around and at some point they started losing air in their tanks. They started to sharing air tanks with each other. And I think only like out of the 4 people that went in, only 2 of them came out.
Oh,
Um but it's just crazy because there's like if you look at the like animation that they showed you or like the map, they were so close to like going out a different way and finding like freedom, escape, all that stuff. But they turned around right at that. So it's just like, damn, that's crazy.
But
yeah,
I mean,
imagine those survivors like looking back and watching that video and just
Yeah.
realizing they were that close.
damn, I wish we
Uh,
saw that animation before.
I wish this was a live stream, not a video.
but I mean, that's the thing though. Everyone like they can obviously see the map and like see what the cave system's supposed to look like. But then when you actually go into and you can only see like maybe 10 feet ahead of you based on how bright your light is or whatever, like, dude, you can only imagine how hard it is to figure out where you are in the cave.
Oh, for real. Dude, I get lost using Google Maps. Like, what am I supposed to do with a cave map? Dude, I'm fucked. I'm not gonna make it 100 feet without getting lost.
Well, but you know those hiking trails where they have like the markers, like they spray the markers on like
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah,
trees
yeah,
and stuff like that. That stuff trips me up.
yeah.
like, like, which way do we go? I'll lose the markers and I'm like, ah, shit, I'm gone.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm good. It's so easy to get lost in a forest that I can't imagine trying to navigate in a cave.
Hmm.
I think it's like,
Yeah.
in a sense, like a same concept, but at least you have room in a forest, right? You can walk around and run their
Yeah,
way.
no, I agree. I agree. It's like a less extreme version of it, right? You're not
Mhm.
really as concerned about losing air as you are other things. But there was one time. Okay, you remember what's it called? The Billy Goat Trail, right? That
Oh,
was
yeah,
really
yeah.
Yeah,
popular back in like high school for us, and like we did that all the time, right? We probably did that every fucking weekend, actually. Now that I think
yeah.
about it. And at some point, like our group got so familiar with the trail that we just started like ignoring everything and like kind of going our own ways. But I remember
Hmm.
there was one of those times that we were just like, dude, like let's just take a shortcut because like we don't want to go through like the entire thing. So we're like, oh, in our heads we knew like, oh, if we go this way, eventually we're gonna hit like the main like path, right? That takes us like next to the water canal.
Hmm.
Like we were basically at the point where you had to climb straight up the rocks, right? Like kind of on all fours of the Billy Goat. And then once you reach the top, you're like, okay, yeah, this is fun, blah blah blah. But the rest of the trail, we're like, we don't care. And so we're like, let's just cut all the way back. We did that and got so fucking lost.
Oh, no.
Like the moment like we went in, nothing around us indicated that there was a trail anywhere near us. We were so fucking lost. We were just like, where do we go? At some point, we lost sense of what direction we were walking in, and
It's
it
crazy.
was like it was really cloudy, so you couldn't really tell like where the sun was and use that as like a directional guidance, type thing. How most people
Hmm.
say if the sun is this way, you go that's where
Yeah,
north,
it's like
south,
rises
all
in
that
the
shit is, right?
east, sets in the west.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my point is I couldn't imagine getting lost in a cave. Well, I mean, I could totally imagine getting lost in a cave, but not getting lost. That's what I meant.
Hmm.
Yeah, like there's no like. I feel like yeah. Of course, we like live in a civilization, and there's like restaurants and stuff. We can be like, oh, okay, so we're here, and there's street names and stuff. You can pinpoint yourself a little bit, but once you're like actually with nature, yeah, you kind of you're on your own. You just kind of decide your own route. unless it's pre-made and stuff like that, which is pretty scary. Going deep into the forest or anything like that. Never thought about it like that. Yeah. Anyways, what are you guys drinking tonight?
I am
I'll go
drinking.
first.
Okay.
Wait, who's going first?
I'll go first.
Apparently Vincent's going first. I was responding to his question, but then he said, "Let me respond to my question first," and then you. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's good. That's cool. Sorry.
Back with my IPA, Lagunitas again, but it's a different IPA from last week's. It's pretty light. It's good. What about you, Brian? Sorry about that.
I'm drinking a Celsius, my current lifeblood, and I guess that, given what time it is, it's a testament towards how the week is going, and how the grind is going. Yes. Supplemented by pizza rolls.
Stay strong, brother.
We'll get Brutus. Oh, you Mason. What you got?
I am drinking something that's not a Bud Light or something random for a change. It's
Star Hill. Oh, that's a good one.
It's like an IPA, style IPA. It's pretty good actually. I like it a lot.
Northern Lights is really good. That's actually one of my favorite ones. That's a solid one.
My roommate picked it up.
Where's the brewery? For that one.
It's a Charlottesville. I think it's Charlottesville, but they have a tasting bar right up in Nova Tyson's. It's at the Capital One building now.
Oh, that's dope.
I know, 'cause I used to get free drinks there. Now I don't work there.
Yeah, that rooftop is pretty nice. I've been there a few times myself.
Yeah,
I dig it.
Which one is it next to? Like Tyson?
It's like the Capital One rooftop, like the building.
Yeah.
And
I don't think you've been there.
Yeah, I don't think I have.
It's pretty nice though. Definitely a nice little spot.
Is it like a little rooftop bar, or just like a rooftop?
Rooftop.
It's a rooftop bar, so it's a giant rooftop. So it has like, okay, you remember the Mosaic District, right? How like there's the whole courtyard type thing. Imagine that on a rooftop. Okay, so that's what it's like. Yeah. It's pretty. So like you got a whole mini golf section. You have a whole like food truck vendor type setup up there. Yeah, how did they do that? They took a crane and threw those food trucks on top of a fucking roof.
Like actual food truck?
Yes.
Yeah, actual food trucks. You go up there and you'd be like, how the fuck do they get food trucks up here? On a roof of a skyscraper, mind you. It's not a small building, right?
Yeah.
And like 2 stories up. And they got like, there's a hotel up there too, and like this Japanese restaurant, a little what do you call it? Like the stage and whatever.
It's like a small concert venue kind of thing. Like they have bands playing up there sometimes.
There's a Latin word for it. There's a Latin word for it. You know that word where it's like the outdoor play?
Wait, it sounds. Yeah.
I remember the word.
It sounds familiar. I can't.
Someone knows what I'm talking about. I can't think of the word right now, but that thing. And then they have the bar.
Yeah. Don't they also have like a mini golf course there too? Am I correct?
Yeah, I mentioned that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But they have a really big grassy area too, so you can like, if you wanted to, you can bring like your volleyball setup, pickleball, whatever the fuck that you like to play, and you can bring it up there and play. Because like I remember I brought like spike ball and soccer, whatever, like, and we were just playing up there, drinking beers on the side. It was a good vibe, man. Post show.
Missing the snowboard life a little bit.
Yeah. Well, no, missing it, no. But I thought you said Nova life. I said, yeah, that's like one of the highlights of being a Nova, I guess. Drinking, going to bars. No, that's good. You get all 4 seasons. You get a taste of everything. I do miss the snow here and there. Weirdly enough, I miss shoveling snow.
Oh yeah, well we haven't been getting much of that anyway, so you're not missing out on much.
Yeah. Yeah, that's too bad. But I got that out of my system because like last weekend, no, 2 weekends ago, I went on a little trip up to like the mountains. Got to play in the snow a little bit, so that was fun.
Ooh.
Um, yeah, that was all right. I
That
won't
was
hate on
okay.
it, but I won't hate on Nova, but I won't say like, yeah, I have any real desire to move back there
Mm,
unless
that's
I wanted
fair.
a family and kids. Yeah.
Someday.
Perhaps.
Who?
We'll
No.
we'll rewind this back.
Look, look. Every time I ask myself, maybe I want kids, right? And then I have my dog, I have Tigger, right? And I
Mm.
take care of Tigger and I do all this stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. I don't want kids. I've had this dog for 6 years. No, I love the shit out of him. Don't get me wrong. But then I'm like, damn.
You
Like
want to restart on
technically,
that?
if I was raising Tigger as like a child, like, oh, that'd be rough. That'd be rough. I can barely take care of myself and my dog, bro. Like, God.
That's why you
Kudos
need
to all
that
the parents out
Celsius.
there.
I
Yeah,
get a
no,
lifetime
clearly,
supply.
like I don't have kids, and I'm already struggling. I don't need kids. Make that struggle worse.
Like honestly, like I don't get why people want kids so early. Honestly, don't know how they do it, to be honest.
One,
And
money.
go forward with it.
Actually, just this
Typically, the
past week.
rich. So there's.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, there's two things I've noticed, right? The richest people will have kids early because they don't have to worry about like, oh, when or where they're gonna have kids. They can have kids because they get bored, right? And then the poorest people have a lot of kids. The middle class tend to be on like the more conservative side where they wait a little bit later, or they have maybe one, two, but the rich people and the really poor people, that's a discrepancy. So I was like, interesting, but for two different
Yeah.
reasons.
That is interesting, actually, come to think of it.
But us regular people, we're just like,
Nah.
can't do it.
I mean,
Like
don't
I
you
think
have
about my
you have like what, two
oh,
brothers,
I have a
right?
huge fucking family, yeah. And my
Mm.
grandparents, I mean, actually my great grandparents, when like they came out here, I think there's like 8 or 9
Oh
of
my
them,
god.
and
It's so many.
the youngest now being like 50 something, and the oldest being in 80 something, early 80s. So a huge, huge age, right? Yeah. But like growing up, like that was kind of, that was typical of like I guess our Asian family, big household, you know, raise your chances of someone making it
That's
out okay, Um, so yeah,
I mean that's back then though, Now it's
that's
more
one perspective. Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
it's now like it's more stable and you have you can make it to 20 at least, unless you really fucked up,
Okay,
There's no
generationally, right? Generationally, my great grandparents, yeah, there was like 8 or 9 of them. Then below them, my grandparents, they had 4.
it's
Hold
not
on,
bad.
4, and then my parents, um, 4, technically 2, but 4. Um, and then going down towards like our generation, I'm like, how many kids are you gonna have? Could you imagine yourself with 4 kids?
Mm, no, that's tough. That's tough.
It's not
I
even
could not.
tough, it's like impossible. I
Hell
don't
no,
think
that's not happening, bro. Like, I don't know. Okay, how many kids do you see yourself with?
0. Bro,
Zero.
I'm like scraping
If you
by.
had to have a family, if you had to have a family, right? How many kids do you think you would have? Say you
Mm,
weren't just scraping by. Say you were living a normal middle class life, right? We'll put you upper middle. How about that? So you're comfortable. You get to go on vacation once or twice a year. You know, kids go to good school. You have a good stable job. You're gonna retire by 60. Yeah, you know, stable upper middle class dude.
I'll let Mason go first on this one.
I
I
set
think
the scenario. Go ahead.
my ideal is 2 kids. I wouldn't
kids.
want 1, and I think 3 would be a stretch, but definitely 2. Yeah, that's my final answer.
I still want 0.
Do you think your lack of having siblings like kind of
Yes.
has an
Yes.
impact on that? 'Cause you're like,
Yes.
damn, I wish I had a sibling.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
yes. Absolutely.
Going
I
from
always
the
wish I had a
opposite.
sibling growing up.
Yeah.
You ever asked for
I
one?
think everyone agrees with that.
Did you
I
ever
don't
ask
think
for
there's a
one, Mason?
single.
Did I ever
Did you
ask for a
ever ask
kid?
for one?
Or like, you know, a sibling.
It's like, yeah, why don't we
Connection.
stop at Costco today, guys? I want to pick up a new sibling. You know?
No, I meant like, do you ever ask like, hey, mom, dad, why do I have a brother or something?
I think
No?
the only time they asked me when I was young was maybe when I was like, I barely remember it. I think it was like maybe 4 or 5. And then like, you know, obviously back then I had like no concept of like what it means to have like another like sibling, right? Same as like they asked me, it was like, hey, like, do you want like another like a brother, like a sister? I think I said no at the time, actually.
That's your decision.
my biggest regret in my entire life.
That was the true determination.
But I think either way, they said that it was probably pretty unlikely because they had actually tried a long time to even have me. So they were actually pretty worried that my mom wouldn't even get pregnant. So they felt like very blessed that even I was born, and so they felt like it would just be even harder for them to have a second kid. So I think regardless of what I said, it was probably not going to happen. But looking back on it now, like imagine if I did say yes, you know, like what would have changed, if anything, you know? I wonder.
A lot more sex. Sorry to put that image in your head, but
Oh,
A lot more trying. A lot more trying.
Oh, it kind of hurts to think of. No, it's fucking terrible.
Have you ever oh, actually, what's that one movie? You know that one movie with the turkey baster? You don't have to have sex.
The turkey. Ew, what the?
Nah, what was it called? Don't Breathe? Right? I think it was Don't Breathe. With a blind old
What
man
happened?
who these younger folk try to break into their house and steal all his stuff, and he had like super senses despite being blind. And basically, no, I mean I'm not spoiling the movie because like the movie's been out for like 10 years. It feels like, but essentially this dude had this one chick locked up in his basement because he was trying to have another grandchild because his grandchild was like he killed in a hit and run or something like that. And so so he didn't want to like have sex with the person. That was his moral line, I guess. And so he would use a turkey baster filled with sperm and inject it up into the lady's
He
vagina.
shot it up there,
What
huh?
kind of horror movie shit is this, dude?
Yeah.
The hell?
You haven't heard of Don't Breathe?
Never
I
heard
swear
of
to
it.
God, it was like a pretty
I think
big
I heard
movie
of
back
it.
then. Nah, it was like back in early
Breathe.
college, I think. Yeah.
2016?
Yeah,
Blind
it's
white guy
almost
looking like
2000.
Santa
Yeah.
Claus?
That's the right
No,
one. Yeah,
I've
yeah.
never heard of this before.
Really?
Ever.
You should watch it.
Not after you told me that. That's just fucking terrible.
No, you should watch it. Despite that like scene, and they don't even show you that scene. Like they just show you the turkey baster, and that's really it. And nothing actually ever goes and happens like that.
It's a solid
At least
7-star. So that's
it's
pretty
a
good.
pretty good thriller, dude. It's a pretty good thriller. Not gonna lie. Very new concept to the thriller genre, you know, horror movie film.
I'll never have another
Something
normal
different, huh?
Thanksgiving ever again.
But
Thank you,
anyways, yeah, no, that really traumatized me. And every time I see a turkey baster during like Thanksgiving time, I'm like, I think of that, and I'm like, oh god.
So cursed.
Yeah. So, food for thought. They don't have to have sex.
Where did it even come
From a movie. Based from a movie.
It's so off the rails. I'm still probably gonna watch the movie though. Actually, now that you tell me about it, I have to end this
It's
podcast
good.
a
No,
little
it's actually really good. It's good in all the ways that you would want a horror movie to be good. Put it that way.
It's
Mm.
different, right? It's not something.
Hmm.
Actually,
same,
while we're
like,
on the topic, what's your guys' favorite horror movie? I love asking this question.
bro, all of them, bro. It's just a
No, you have to
comedy.
pick one.
Trust me.
No, you have to pick one. What's your favorite horror movie?
My birth.
What?
I think Annabelle, probably. One of those.
Wait, bro, imagine actually retaining your memories from your birth. That is a horror movie, bro.
No,
What's
you
up?
know, there are people who record like the childbirth in all its beauty. There are people who do that. I have an aunt who did that, and she showed her kids her, yeah, and I was like, that's
To each
traumatic.
their own.
Scarring. That's
Yeah,
scarring, bro.
yeah. I was like, you know, they turn out to be really good kids, but I was like, I would never want to see that. I would never want to see that, even though I was involved, even though I was a party in that film. I don't want to see that.
Bro.
Yeah, that'd
Alright.
be a horror
Yeah.
movie.
So no
I
favorite
don't know.
horror movies then?
Nah, I love horror movies. Mine is definitely I'm completely blanking right now. Touch of the Sea.
Thirst
No.
of the Sea?
Yeah, it's Touch of the Sea. Oh my god, I just went to a haunted house for it. No, it's related to Annabelle.
Probably one of like the spin-off movies or something. Wait, did you
No, remember the Cup. You know that one? What's that movie? What's that movie? Dude, I'm forgetting all the words. in that movie.
Insidious?
Conjuring?
There
Oh,
was not that
Conjuring. There you
Insidious.
go. Wait, what did you say?
Oh, not Insidious. Sorry, The Conjuring. The Conjuring.
What
Conjuring.
word? How did you just say?
Conjuring.
What did you say? No, you
I
didn't say
said Conjuring.
Anyways,
What did he say?
I don't know what he said, but he said it. He said something along the lines, but then I was like, I don't know what he said, but it triggered the it's Conjuring.
I
'Cause
remember
that's
this movie now.
That's Cup scene. That was a good scene.
Yeah,
That was a good movie.
yeah.
I like that one.
When it was like in the closet, right?
Yeah, the
Okay,
basement. You know that moment where you're at the top of the staircase of the basement, and well, you wouldn't have this experience. Actually, none of you guys probably do, but like, if your sibling ever locks you in the basement, and you're at the top of the staircase, and you're like, "Let me out, let me out," and it's dark, and you're just trying to keep the light on.
You know, actually, sometimes we'd have like family friends over for like some like big dinner or whatever, and then I would be the one at the top of the stairs holding the door, and then
That's how. That's how, bro.
Start playing some fucking horror music.
I remember one specific time I did it. I think I forget who it was exactly. I think I remember. But anyways, he was like much younger than me. At the time, I was maybe like 8 or 9, something like that. And anyways, like we were all downstairs, and then like we all conspired to like torment the little kid. So slowly, every one of us like starts like slowly leaving the basement, and then eventually like it was just like me and then him, and then I like just get up, start turning off all the lights, and then run to the top of the stairs. He gets scared, but he doesn't realize what's going on. Like he didn't immediately follow me because I just like wordlessly got up and just started turning shit off. And then like maybe like 10-15 seconds later, he starts to try to open the door. Like me and like a friend are like holding the door closed.
So
we left him like that for like a good like minute, and then he started crying, and then we started panicking because like anytime you make someone cry, like as a kid, you're like, oh shit, you know. And then so we opened the door, and then he runs straight to like his parents, and like all the parents were like at like the adult table, like playing poker or whatever, right? And so like he runs to his parents and he's like, like that, yeah. And then like thankfully like all the adults were cool about it, even the parents, like they weren't like too upset or anything. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, ooh, if they were not cool, this would be a really bad situation to be in. I probably should not do that ever again.
Yeah.
So that was
why
one of
you
the
want a
very
sibling.
few instances I ever bullied someone.
So that's why you want a sibling.
Yeah, I need someone I can
You know,
lock up
you know,
without consequence.
the only valid form of bullying is when it comes to your siblings. That is the only valid form of bullying in
Mm.
my humble experience as a middle child.
So did you get bullied a lot, or were you bullying a lot?
You know, my older brother would try to bully me,
Yeah.
but I was always the more athletic one in the family, so he never won. Uh,
Right.
so yeah, I guess you could say I was more the bully. But there were times where I was definitely the bullied one. You know, when my brother had his friends over, you know, and it was like 3v1, you know, unfair advantage. You know, I was like, just you wait. Once your friends are gone, I'll fuck you up.
They can't
But
stay forever.
they can't stay forever, you know. But besides that, no, you know, yeah. Yeah, I was the bully. But also my youngest brother, he was he kind of scared me sometimes.
Oh, really?
Like I
Karma.
mean, I guess it's not really he's not like bullying me, but like there's some moments that I got the shit scared out of me. There was one time we had like the boys, like some of the boys over. I can't remember who it was. Oh, this was a long time ago. This was back in middle
High
eighth
school.
grade or ninth grade, and we you know we usually have our sleepover in the basement after playing video games, right? There was one really early morning, like think like 6:30 in the morning. You know, we were all like still laying there, like kind of passed out, like half awake, half asleep, whatever. Um, but then we wake up, and then I think it was Cobb who noticed it first, but he was like, "Is that someone sitting on the stairs?" Like at the top of the stairs to the basement, right? And we look up,
Matt.
it is my little brother, right? And mind you, at the time, he's a really tiny, tiny kid, right? Super scrawny, super pale. Think the little boy from The Grudge, right?
Oh, hell no.
That's how he looked like back then, right? And mind you, it was still like early morning, so it's kind of dark still in the basement. But all you
Mm.
see is this little fucking pale, skinny boy staring at us, middle of the night, dead silent, dead fucking silent. And we're like not gonna lie, we're like that's terrifying. We didn't say a single thing. We just looked back, and then he stood up and then walked back upstairs without saying a single thing. And we were just like, what the fuck just happened? That shit was terrifying. That was a terrifying moment. That wasn't even bullying, but I was terrified.
Bro, I'd never come over again. I gotta cut ties before I get a curse put on my family.
Yo, something wrong with your brother.
No,
Ain't
he's
coming
great now.
back.
You know, now he grew
Oh.
up to be the exact opposite of that. He's 6 foot something. I think he's just exactly 6 feet. He's a fucking huge ass dude, like 200 pounds maybe. 220. Yeah, he's a good dude.
She's 6 feet now?
Oh yeah, he's big. I'm jealous.
Okay.
I am
Yeah.
very jealous.
How tall's your
Can't
oldest
relate.
brother?
5'8",
Oh, so,
5'8", 5'9".
yeah, a little
Yeah,
bit
right around
got
there.
that good genes, huh?
Yeah, youngest. Usually that's always the case though. You know, like the youngest. So typically in a series of siblings, and if they're all dudes, right?
Mm.
The oldest one will always be the shortest, typically. Middle child would be the second tallest, and then the third would be the like get the super gene, super height
Mm.
gene. I don't know.
Interesting.
From what I've seen, you know.
It's
But
crazy.
we all have different dads, so
Mm. Maybe it's
Sister,
significant there then.
is your sister tall too? She normal.
you know, for a girl, she's above average for a girl. I think she's like
Mm.
5'5", 5'6". Yeah,
Damn.
Yeah, it's a bit above average, I'd say, yeah.
That's above
I could be
average.
wrong. I could be wrong.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen them. Been almost a
That is
year.
a pretty decent height, yeah.
Damn, just imagine you looking eye to eye with your sister, your little sister.
Yeah, that'd be pretty
Hey,
sad.
hey, no height
Hmm?
shaming here.
Wait, isn't your sister taller than you,
No,
Vincent?
same height.
Oh,
It's a little shorter,
okay, there
1
you go.
inch. So
Wait,
I mean,
I always thought she was like a little bit taller.
Sorry,
uh,
bro.
don't.
Right,
It is
Mason?
what it
Yeah.
is.
You know, I
I could have
forgot that you know her
sworn.
sister too.
It's
Yeah, we
like
went
she's
to the
like
same school.
5'3". I'm like 5'4.5", so same height. So not much, but it's about the same height. So I'll say she is above average too,
Mm.
or I'm below average, I guess. Yeah, it's not bad
Yeah.
though. Sad. It's sad.
Hey, bro. That apparently the average height is like 5'9" or 5'10", 5'10"
Well, that's in the
for men.
U.S. That doesn't
Yeah.
take into account like like Asian genes. It's not like a
Okay,
proportional.
whatever makes you feel better, bro. Well, I live in the U.S., so we're under average.
First getting
Just
sad when
accept
you
it,
start
bro. Just
looking up
accept
to
it.
people, bro. You gotta be like, hey, what's up, guys?
Basically like, wait. Basically like, bro, in Korea, I'm taller. It's
You know what? That's what we need to do.
yeah, bro.
Get out the country.
I'll say is those like 6 foot plus Korean guys walking around, like bro, they
Buff
gotta
as
like
shit.
that.
Buff
They're
as
You
shit.
actually
know they
different.
pulling. You know they pulling.
You don't need to say anything. They just do their own thing, and people walk up to them. It's crazy.
Yeah, bro, height's never been a problem for me. Don't know about you guys.
Hey, I'm solid. I don't know what you're talking about. Still pulling.
He's doing good, bro. Doing good.
Hey, they all say, "Oh shit, my ex used to be taller." I'm like, okay.
No, honestly, I would love to date a taller girl. I would love to.
Me too.
Like, give me that one chick from Resident Evil 8, the vampire lady.
Oh God. Down tremendous. Oh, bro is down tremendous. He's like, I want to be at the. Mason wants to be at the height where he doesn't have to be on his knees.
Bro, you literally be it's like a beanbag, bro.
Bro wants all his hugs kicked off.
There's a whole ass shelf on her back end, bro.
Well, I have it this then. Would you guys rather date a girl that's maybe a foot shorter than you or a foot taller than you?
Foot taller.
Foot taller?
Foot
How about you,
taller.
Vincent?
Foot taller?
Bro, if
What
you go
about
a
like
foot shorter, dude, you're dating a midget.
well, let's not minus like the midget part. Like let's say 4'11" or 6 feet, right? Let's do that
No,
instead.
bro, a whole foot
Nah, a
shorter.
whole foot. It's gotta be a
A
whole
whole
foot.
foot
bro.
taller.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're dating a
whole-
midget.
Bro, like there's why?
Yeah,
Like I don't get why like tall guys like 6'5" and stuff like that they date like 4'11". Like what's the whole point of that? I don't get it. I personally don't get it. I personally don't get it. It's like, bro, like I don't even see you. You know? But this is my opinion. So taller.
Me neither, man.
It's gotta be taller. It's gotta be.
I'll be taller. Yeah.
Give me some almost 7 foot bitch. I'm gonna be all over that.
Oh,
Bro, are you guys keeping up with WNBA? Oh, not WNBA, the double college
no.
basketball.
Mm-mm.
You
You
heard
follow
about
women's
it?
college basketball? What happened?
Mhm. I mean, they're pretty good right now. Actually, they got 12 million in the Final Four. So that's the most they ever got viewers wise. The girls are going off. I think her name was Caitlin Clark. She's the top scorer in college right now. Went off 41 points in the Elite Eight, so she's going off. So is there? I think I don't know what it's like going on there, but it's getting better in terms of NBA wise soon.
Hmm. Yeah, actually, my
Everybody
dad
bad.
was
They're
he was
bad.
really into women's basketball too. Like specifically, I think UConn women's basketball. He was a big fan.
Who is
My dad.
your dad,
Mhm.
bro?
Definitely.
They're like superstars. Pretty bad.
What? Oh yeah. Oh, why are you
Oh,
looking at other
that's
girls?
what it's about.
I
Why are
mean,
you
we're
looking
talking
at other
about
girls,
height.
bro?
We're talking about height. She's like
Why are you
probably
looking
6
at other
feet.
girls? Hey, yo, where your girl at? Your
Not
man's
here.
looking at other girls.
But no, like in
Um,
all seriousness, like pretty college
yeah.
basketball.
Oh, no, man. Basketball's not even where they're the tallest. It's the volleyball girls, bro. That's where they're the tallest.
Really? I feel like. Well, no, actually, volleyball girls are pretty fucking tall. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, they're fucking monsters.
Yeah, I wonder, on average, which players are taller, women's volleyball
I'm
or
putting
men's
my money on
basketball?
volleyball. I'll put all my money on volleyball for sure.
No, but the thing is, though, I feel like it's probably basketball because, like, even in professional women's volleyball, I have seen like some shorter girls that are kind of like liberos or something like that. You know,
Yeah, as
or it's like
liberos.
a sport where like even if you're short, like you can still have an impact. Like you don't just have to be like a big blocker. But I feel like for basketball, like everyone on the court's got to be tall.
There are big
Unless
girls
you're
there.
just like, unless you're just really like that good, you know.
There are like I think like there's a couple players that are like 5'10" ish, but like they're bigger too. So they use that as their advantage. Like no muscle, just straight up big, bro. Just stay in
No
the
muscle, just straight
just
big.
stay like straight up, like just stay in the post type. Like this girl got 40 points doing layups. Can you imagine having a highlight reel? Just layups, layups, and layups, man.
just trucking everyone.
No shooting. No shooting at all. Just straight up highlights doing layups. That's just crazy, man. Cause she just shoves them and it's over. She doesn't even need that height.
Vincent, are you good at basketball?
Nah, definitely not.
Okay, that makes three of us because we're all shit. I know.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
No, you're not.
I'm a baller.
No, you're not. I remember that one day we like, it wasn't like during the summertime when you were still in Nova. I think we went out to some like
Oh
community center
God.
basketball court and like we were all playing. Dude, that was bad.
You know, out of the bunch, I would say I am the better one.
No, maybe better, but that's like
My argument is better in the group.
that's like big fish in a tiny ass fucking pond, you know?
That's like
I'll take
talking
it.
about like
I'll take. Who am I playing with? Who am I playing with? I am playing with Steph Curry or anything. I'm playing with you guys.
it's like a bunch of nerds trying to play basketball, bro.
Look, look. If you guys were better, I would make myself get better. You know,
Yeah.
you're pushed by the skill levels of the people around you.
To an extent, I'm more of the camp of I'm gonna just step off the court and go play Foursquare instead. Fucking killed Foursquare. I was fucking good at that game. I swear, I was like top 5 in my grade. I swear to God.
Isn't that just like kind of spike ball in a sense?
Mm,
I don't remember that game.
a little bit. It's basically like you have like a 2x2 square,
Mm-hmm.
and like you try to like hit the ball in someone's square and then make it bounce out or something like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I remember that.
So it's like maybe a little bit like spike ball in the sense that you have to kind of like everyone just kind of like just kind of like circled around. You're trying to like
In
hit
your
the ball
square,
into
right?
the center or something like that.
Mhm.
But it's more of like a free for all kind of game almost, you know.
Yeah, there's no teams, right? But the
Yeah.
concept is still bouncing it and don't let it bounce the second time, right?
Yeah, it's
What?
almost like 4-player tennis without a net. like in tennis, like you can let the ball bounce once, but if it bounces out afterwards, or if it bounces twice, then you lose.
In
And
a
then
much smaller scale, right?
yeah, at a smaller scale, on like a 2x2 square with 4 players. That dude,
It's fun.
if I could, I would play that shit like tonight or tomorrow. Like, oh my god, that's like a nostalgic game. I loved Foursquare.
Kickball. I think kickball
No,
is one of
I hate kickball. I hate
Really?
I have one very specific memory of kickball in like elementary school. Well, it was like I don't
Bro, did
even
you
know at
Charlie
what stage
Brown
of the
it?
game.
Did
What's
you
Charlie
Charlie
Brown?
Brown it?
Well, like
Where you
miss the kick?
completely missed the ball, yeah.
Yes, yes. It was like on like some kind of like dirt kind of like field, you know. Like I ran up to go kick it. I completely no, I didn't whiff it. I like stepped on it, not kicked it. And because I stepped on it, I like lost my balance, and then I just fucking ate shit in the fucking like dirt, like the sandy ass
Some Charlie
dirt.
Brown shit.
Ain't gonna lie, I whiffed it, but never stepped on
I
it.
completely fucked it up.
You know, it's funny considering how ball a kickball is to actually whip.
Bro, that shit like comes at you fast, and like when they're rolling it like kind of bounces around and shit. It's not like a straight path. It's kind of like all bouncy and blah blah blah.
And you gotta account for like the ground. Like it's not a flat
Yes,
ground.
yes. It's not
Dirt
flat.
is
Like
like
it's
bouncing,
kind
you
of
know, it's
difficult,
bouncing left and right
Okay, yeah,
sometimes.
you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
But
I don't have the best foot-eye coordination myself, which is why I never played soccer, but kickball is pretty fucking easy.
okay. What's your guys' like growing up? What was your guys' worst sport?
soccer, hands down,
Soccer.
bro. Like what the fuck? Like how do you do this shit with your feet and dribble?
Baseball.
Oh, you played baseball?
Oh,
Like
I
in
mean, like,
PE? Wiffle ball or something like that?
I tried my hand at baseball when I was younger, and I
Oh.
could not, for the love of my life, hit a baseball with a baseball bat. like, like every time it came my way, whoosh, whoosh. I got over it real quick, man. Real quick.
You ever played wiffle ball?
I play with football. With football's
Is it-
alright. I mean, you get a
Alright.
big ass fucking bat, so like, yeah, it's pretty easy. Not
I would
bad.
still find a way to whiff it.
I'll still whiff it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're playing in like a collegiate setting, yeah, maybe. I've seen those like wiffle ball
League.
clips on YouTube and shit like that. I'm like, damn, okay. Yeah, I would not be able to hit that. Yeah. Now the real question, the real question is, in gym class, where were you on the list of being picked?
Last, bro.
I'm about to leave the call right now. I swear to God. I was always like either last or second last, like one of those two, always.
Same.
Always. Well, mostly when it came to basketball. With kickball, I was like generally like a little bit higher. Like all things considered, like I wasn't like terrible at kickball. Like aside from that one like really bad experience, like I was able to like get the ball up, like generally speaking. But
Yeah.
basketball, I was like either last or dead last. I was awful at basketball. The only thing I could do was like pick the best guy on the enemy team and then just puppy guard him. And I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty annoying with that shit. I could like actually like interfere with stuff. I was like a puppy guarder and like a rebounder. And that's all I was good for. You put the ball in my hands on the other side of the court. I'm thinking is like, how can I get this ball out of my hands as fast as possible?
This guy keeps puppy guarding. No, I'm not.
Yes, literally like that.
What about you, Brian?
I was always picked like towards the tail end too. Like I was never last, thankfully. but I was never first the first few rounds of picking, and I was like, damn, it'd be like that. But you know what? Look where we are now.
Not playing
No,
sports.
not any D1 athlete. Honestly, that's the
Obviously,
worst
not
thing a teacher
Goku.
could have made us do. Pick your teammates.
Should have made us
Fuck.
like draw sticks or something like that.
Yo, for
Every
real.
time I'm like getting close to last, I'm like, I'm better than that motherfucker.
The ego starts coming
Yo,
out.
yo, when you no, for real though, when you in your head you already know, oh, as long as I get picked over these guys, we're good. Then they get picked first. You're like, wait a minute, hold up, this ain't right. This ain't right. Check this shit.
Yo, man.
Yo, they must be friends or something, cause I'm clearly better.
No, I literally had a couple moments like that, where it was like close to me getting picked last, and then like I wasn't athletic by any means, but I was definitely like, not like the worst kid in school. You know, like I wasn't generally terrible, but then, like there was a couple times when like I look at the guy next to me, and I'm like, okay, like this guy actually is like the most unathletic person in the entire school, and then when they get picked over me, yo, that makes me like that crushes my ego, and then I same way I get mad about it. I'm like, you only picked them because you're friends. Like I took it personally.
Bro, it's worse when the picking is for like, flag football or some shit like that. We played okay at recess, like my class, like we played a lot of what is it? Like 2-hand touch football, like out on the field.
Mhm.
And
That
whenever
shit
we
was
would do the
fun.
team pickings, right? Yeah, whenever we would do the team pickings, um, like that was the first hit when you weren't picked like in the first half. But the worst hit is when you go up to your matchup and they put the worst player on you. And then you're just like, this is great, but at the same time, like, damn, really? Like, why don't you guys line up over there? Like,
And they don't even have someone on you.
Oh no, that's terrible.
yeah, when they're one man down and they're like, oh, leave him, he's good.
Nah, double up on the good ones. Double up on the good ones. Fuck that. He's not gonna get past two.
When they're right.
It's like, why am I even playing this?
I want to go home.
Holy shit,
No,
I'm
for
gonna
real though.
walk
At some
right
point, you're
home.
just like, yo, you know what? I'll just block it. 2-hand touch. Oh, I'll block.
What you need, coach?
Oh,
Oh, you need a you need a ball snapper? Yeah, okay.
bro.
The ball. Give me the ball. Yeah.
Felt that.
What was your guys' best sport?
I mean, it's not much, but I'll say football.
Football?
I mean, say that.
Okay.
It's not much. It's not much.
I won't say anything on that one for you.
It's not much.
I was there with him for his football journey.
Oh, really? Okay.
I mean, I'm there too.
What
okay.
Not
what
much.
position did you play, Vincent?
I mean, we both play corner and wide, so
Oh, okay. I could see
we
that.
got the same amount of reps. Just saying.
Okay.
So,
Hey man, I got a better record.
better record or not, we just still got the same
Check
amount of
those-
reps.
Check those stats though. Check those stats though. No, for real though. Check those stats.
Did your coaches ever make you make like I forgot what the website was called, but it was like some kind of like football website where you make an account.
Nah,
Oh,
not
yeah.
us.
Highlights?
Definitely
your
not
highlights.
us.
For your highlights, yeah.
Yeah.
For your highlight reel? Yeah, definitely. We
I
had that.
forget what it was called.
It's that
HUD?
orange one, right?
Yeah.
Hood. Something like that. Hood.
Huddle. or
Oh,
some
Oh,
shit.
huddle. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I think we made an account. It's just, never thought about it. Nor should I think
Oh,
about
I had some good moments. I had some good moments. So I shone as a corner. I did great as a corner. Wide receiver? Nah, I was shit. But corner, shit was fire. But no, my best sport, wrestling.
Mm,
Wrestling from the get go.
I respect that.
Easy. Yeah, because so my coach in football was always like, you know, you're like the strongest corner slash wide receiver we have. But that meant shit because I actually I wanted to be running back. Like I wanted to just truck through people. Just hand me the ball and like let me truck through people. But I was
Mhm.
small. So like given our statures, like it's either like corner or like wide receiver or maybe safety, right?
Mhm.
Um yeah. So it didn't really translate well. But then I got to go to wrestling and then given my size, like obviously it's weight classes and all that stuff. But even my wrestling coach is like, holy shit, you're like a lot stronger than you look. And I'm like, thanks, boss. And that's how I would win most of my matches. Like, because when I joined, like, I would be wrestling against people who've been wrestling for like easily since they were started walking, even before they were walking, you know?
Oh, those kids, yeah.
Yeah, those kids. Have you ever wrestled against those kids from Woodstock? God damn. like, like they grew a beard before they could drink, man.
The biggest nightmare is when you step out into the mat, you look at the other side, and bro's got like tats on his arms and stuff. You're like, it's over.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I messed up those, you know, freshman year. And I was just like, yeah, but my biggest like again, I would just muscle out every other dude there in my weight class. So that was great. Um yeah, yeah, you know, wrestling.
Mhm. Okay.
Good shit.
What about you, Mason?
I'd say my best sport was probably football. I was a lineman for 6 years. And so I was gonna say I'm actually kind of jealous of you two,
Mm,
because in my 6 years of playing football, I've never once scored a touchdown, not one time, and I've always wanted to. I'm like, it's not meant to be. But I think the
okay,
sport I
Vincent could agree with you there.
mm, but the sport I enjoyed the most, it was just to fuck up. um, the sport I enjoyed the most was also wrestling. I fell in love with wrestling. I was so into it.
Yeah. Them booty hole pokes felt something different.
What?
Pause.
what are the bouts in wrestling called? It's like 3 sets of 2 minutes. Like it's not called a set. What is it called? Like a round?
Your rounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, when it's second round in practice and you actively choose bottom.
Fucking out
I
of
gotta
stamina.
practice my escapes, bro.
You know, no, to be fair, though, to be fair, you know, it's true because like you do get that quick point from escaping. It is
Mm,
very hard, like being on top, to like hold that positioning. I know we're getting into wrestling technicalities, right? But like
mm,
when you're down, like when you're down in terms of points, and you go into the second round, like you want to be on bottom, so you get that easy 1 point from escaping, right?
mm,
I mean, that's what I learned.
mm. What I learned is that being on bottom is fucking exhausting.
Oh, it's so exhausting.
And that's why I hated being on bottom. I wanted to be
Oh yeah,
lazy on top.
especially as a bigger dude. Oh man, yeah. The heavier weight classes, being on bottom sucks.
Like, fuck, get off me.
Because at that point, like, cause what weight class were you? You said 170, right?
I think
God
when I
damn.
Okay.
first started wrestling, I was in like 225.
Okay.
And like by my senior year, I was down to like 170, like 160 ish.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I remember like those 200 dudes, like whenever they would have to be like on bottom and the dude on top, all I saw was the dude on top just release all his weight on the dude, and I'm like, that fucking sucks. You know? Like us lightweight kids, we're like, it doesn't make a difference. We weigh like nothing, you know? Like gives a shit.
Techniques. It's all about the
But those
techniques.
big dudes, man, like it's all weight. Like just who can apply more weight on the other person, who gets exhausted first.
No, for real. I remember one specific wrestling match I had though. I think it was when I was still in JV. There was like this
Mm.
one like really tall, like lanky kind of guy, but like obviously like athletic. And the first thing that popped in my head was like, okay, first of all, how is he in my weight class? This guy's totally gonna fucking crush me. And he has like tattoos on his shoulder and shit. And like you see him like warming up, and you're just like, I'm fucked. And like he was like doing that thing where like he would like instantly take me down with like a double leg. Like
Mm.
I couldn't even
Damn.
put up a fight. Like he just, no matter how hard I tried to sprawl, he took me down, and then he lets me back up, and then he takes me down, lets me back up, and he just keeps stacking the points. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is fucking humiliating. Can you just pin me already? Like, this actually feels worse.
Felt
Just lay
that.
on your back, bro.
A part of it was like I'm tempted to, but a part of it was like still like trying to go for like single leg and stuff, and then like I would get the leg and I'm trying to like take him down and like he's not moving. I'm like this fight's over. I can't do
Dude,
anything.
when they hook your heel like that, it's over. They just scoop you up, you're done. um Nah, it's when you see like yeah, those warm-ups, when you see them just like flying across the map doing like the little the little
What's it called?
sweeps, I'm just
Shots?
like
Mhm.
Sweeps?
no, they're just like warming up real quick, like
Mm-hmm.
practicing their like tick their single legs.
Mhm.
But when they like just glide across the map real quick and then pop up, I'm just like, all right. There's a specific way they do it, or and then when they start like sprawling real quick and all that stuff, just the quick pop up and down, like you just know when you see them on the mat warming up, the way they warm up is just you're
Different.
done. You
Mhm.
just know when you're done. You're like, yeah, I'm out.
I'm cooked.
I'll try to get 1 point.
Bro, yeah. No, my at some point when I wrestle against those dudes, I'm like, my only goal is to not get pinned. That is a true defeat. I refuse.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Back in the good old days.
Yeah, man. Maybe you gotta get back into it. Do some
No,
jujitsu or something.
I did try jujitsu for like a few weeks actually, but the thing that kept like bothering me the most was not even like the fact that I was like getting super tired or just like how like physical the sport is because I actually really enjoyed that part. The issue I had was like I just really hated being like this like stinky ass like sweaty like mat environment all the time, and I'd always feel so disgusted every time I had to like go back into my car to drive home. I'm like I don't even want to like
Mm.
sit down. I'm gonna like stink on my seats, you
Nah,
know.
I
Is there
agree. I
no
know what you mean.
And
is there no
then
Nah,
place to change
typically
seats?
jujitsu gyms don't have like. I mean, they might have changing rooms, but they don't have like locker
Showers and
rooms or
stuff,
like
right?
yeah, they
yeah,
don't.
which sucks because they definitely
Mhm.
need it. Oh yeah, now I think about it, I can recall that stench.
Yeah, and that's the thing
Wrestling was
that turned me
bad.
off the most.
Wrestling was bad, but like
You
you had the
you wipe
lockers to
that
like
shit
shower
down,
and
right?
rinse off after, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Was that jujitsu? It was a different kind of stench. I agree. I agree. Did it for a very long time. 5 years? Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
Corpse.
You did it on that gym in like what's that road? But it was like close to South Riding, right? That gym.
Oh yeah. So I did it before I moved out to Loudon County, and when I was doing it before, it's the same owner, but it was in Alexandria.
Hmm.
Moved out there, went to a second gym, which is right there, next to the airport.
Yeah, yeah, that one.
Boom. Next to the Chick-fil-A, actually, to be very specific about where it was. What used to be the only Chick-fil-A in the area. That was
Mhm.
it.
That was another whole ass city, whole ass
Yeah,
suburb.
yeah, no one ever went out that way.
Yeah,
That shit felt so far away, but it really wasn't. Right down the street.
it
um,
wasn't developed. Good times. Good times when everyone did move out further and further out the city.
Hey, Vincent, you want to talk?
What do you mean?
technic-
I'm still in the
technically,
city.
you're the first to leave.
Really?
Yeah.
21? I thought Mackie and
Did Mackie leave before you?
I think Mackie did.
Oh, he did? Huh.
October 2020.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
It's like
Mhm.
I don't
I
know.
think
Well, yeah, I guess so.
I feel like a couple people got their jobs and started moving before I did. Pretty
That's
sure Mackie was
true.
first.
You know, I feel like Mackie, because like his family was still here and he came back so often, it felt like he didn't really leave, but you know, he
Hmm.
was gone. But then you and your family packed up and laughed, like peace the fuck out.
Gets the fuck out, and I don't know. Just never want to go back. I guess. I feel like there's
Yeah.
nothing besides visiting friends and stuff like that.
Your sister, your
Yeah.
grandparents.
I mean, she can come here.
Yeah,
You know.
that's true. That's true.
So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where career wise lead us to next.
Mhm.
That's what it is. Based on my career, it leads me anywhere. Then I'll go chase the bag. For now. But yeah.
Well, you guys have any final questions for the podcast?
How many pizza rolls can you eat in one sitting? Have you ever asked yourself that?
Never.
I mean, I do because I cook them.
But the thing is, right? You always like when you cook pizza rolls for yourself, you always throw in so many more pizza rolls than you actually like end up finishing in one sitting. I feel like, at least for me, like I'll sit there and I eat till the point like I'm like, oh, I can't eat anymore. And then I'll have like 4 or 5 pizza rolls left. I'm like, damn. It gets to that point where you're just like, damn. I don't have that issue right now, but like usually when I make pizza rolls, that's what happens.
Do you have
think
any
I-
pizza rolls on you right now? I don't know how big they are.
Oh yeah, they're pretty small, you know. They're like
Well,
it,
I could kill like at least 30 of those.
look, look. Very carb heavy, right? So like they kind of like expanding your stomach a bit, you know. And what I'm saying is, it's very deceiving because you think you can like crush
It
a whole
is.
pack,
It is.
but then as you keep eating, you're like, oh damn, I'm getting kind of full, like damn, you know.
Mm.
Anyways, point is like how many is in one normal bag? Like 60? Like, would you be able to sit there and finish like a whole bag?
Nah.
One sitting? Probably
60 is
not.
kind of crazy.
No, bro. Those things are breaded up.
Mm. Mm. You know what competition? You know what? Our next podcast, we should do a little competition. That's what we should do. Do you know the Happy Meal challenge, right?
No,
Yeah.
what's the Happy Meal
Where
challenge?
you finish a Happy Meal in under a minute.
I could kill that. The only hard part would be the
Oh,
fries. The fries is the
no,
only thing
you
that's
think
hard.
so? You think so? Okay, so here's how it works, right? So I think the general, I don't know the specifics, but how I always did it was you do the hamburger, right? You order the hamburger and you order, instead of like apple slices or yogurt or whatever, you order, or the fruit. I don't know what other sides you could get, but you just take the kids' fries and turn it into a small fry, and then you have your drink. Obviously,
Mm.
has to be, you know, like some sort of soda or juice, whatever you want. I guess there. You had to finish all of that within a minute. I guarantee you can't do it.
That's hard, bro.
I guarantee you can't do it.
But it's a challenge. We'll see how long it takes.
Wait, so
Next
wait,
podcast.
the Happy Meal
Yeah.
would be like a small like hamburger, some fries, and a drink. That's it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's what a Happy Meal, right?
In a minute. Mm-hmm.
The only thing that worries me is how big the drink is. That's the only thing I'm
No,
like.
the drink is a
kid's
small
size.
drink.
It's
It's
a
a small
kid's
drink. It's a small kid size drink. The drink is actually the least of your worries. Actually, you're gonna want that drink. Let me tell you, you're gonna need that drink.
I'm
It's
down to
small.
try it.
All right. I guess we'll get our Happy Meal before we hop on the podcast.
Yeah.
That
I don't think
sounds
it's too
fun.
bad.
Should
Maybe a
we-
minute 30 top.
Wait,
No,
what's
minute.
gonna be the punishment for the last place though?
That's a good question.
We could brainstorm it later, but we
Yeah,
should make a
let's talk
punishment.
later. But yes. Okay. What do you? How long do you think it's gonna take you?
Minute 30.
I give myself like a minute 15.
Bro, you said a minute's easy.
Oh yeah, but like if I'm speaking like realistically, like I personally feel like I could do it under a minute, But because you guys
Okay,
were like
okay, where
hyping
am
up to be
I?
such a big challenge, and obviously I don't know
I'm
the
a slow
challenge.
eater. I'm a slow
Be,
eater.
conf-
So there's
be
that.
confident in your answer right now. If you were to give yourself a time, that you're gonna finish it, and you say you're gonna do it under a minute. What's the time?
Okay, then I'll
59
retract it
seconds.
because now I'm not super confident. I will
Come
though. I will say though, I am super confident in a minute and 15 seconds. I am very confident about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
bro.
too. I say for me 57 seconds
Oh,
on a good day.
This is what a Happy Meal is.
If I'm
That's
being
it.
confident,
Wait.
That's a Happy Meal.
Oh
Fries,
dude,
no, no, no,
drink,
switch
don't
it
get
up.
played, bro.
I'm going for 55. I'm going for 55.
Yeah,
some apple slices.
Yeah,
looks real easy, huh?
it does look real easy. I could
Yeah, yeah.
Two
Two
That's
bites of the
fair.
hamburger.
Yeah, 2 bites in the
bites.
hamburger, like 2 bites of the fries, and I chug the milk. Easy,
And then finish off
55.
the apple slices, right? And you're
Oh, wait,
good,
it comes
right?
with apples. Oh, there's apple slices.
Is it
Well,
always
no.
apple
So you
slices?
can sub the apple slices for like the fries. So that's what
Okay.
we usually do. We usually do the hamburger and then the small fry with the drink,
Mhm.
which it can be a
Mm,
milk or it can be like a small soda, like any like you can substitute those. The only thing you can't substitute is like the hamburger itself and the fries.
okay. Okay. I like this
Well,
challenge.
you know, sounds good. We'll plan our next podcast. Well, we'll try to get Justin in, see
Yeah.
what he's doing.
Mason, let me tell you how. Alright, I'm gonna tell you this now. I've done this challenge multiple times with many friends,
Mm.
and many of them looking at it and be like, "This is gonna be the easiest shit ever." Not a single one of them has beaten the minute challenge.
Bro, but I'm different. I'm actually
I'm throwing
different.
Cobb. into
There
this
you
mix
go. That's
too.
the
I don't think
confident that we
Cobb is
need.
even able to do it.
I
What
think
does
I
the
can out eat
apple
Cobb.
mean?
I think I can out eat Cobb.
Okay.
I feel like I can. I think I can out eat Johnny. Johnny has like a surprisingly small stomach. He's like a fucking
You know he
princess.
does.
It's not the stomach. It's not the amount. It's the speed.
Yeah.
You know, it's only 500
It really
calories.
is
you know?
speed. It's all about speed.
It's only 500 calories, so it's not like
Actually, that's kind of surprising. You know, that's a really small meal for 500 calories. Like, I can't go make a chicken Alfredo or a huge plate full of chicken Alfredo for
it's
that size.
McDonald's. What do you expect, bro?
Yeah, that's true. It's those apple
Oily
slices,
ass
bro.
fries.
No, it's those apple
Mm.
slices, bro. Damn, bro. Their milk has 14 grams of sugar. Oh, no, that's chocolate milk. All right, never mind. Anyways.
Got it.
I was about to be like, God damn, bro.
For regular ass milk.
Well, anyways,
Alright, next podcast. Get ready. Special edition.
All right,
Again.
let's do it.
thank you for watching Bros and Brews. Signing off.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Stay tuned for
Cheers.
next time.
Cheers.
Yep. Minute. Minute Happy Meal. All right.